and leave-in conditioners. And then a lot of people say, well, I don't like a lot of product, or I don't want my hair oily. Well, sometimes that's when they need to be educated. Because yes, you don't want a lot of products in your hair, but depending on you have to have quality products. The products that we use at work, they're very organic and very light. So we have various options of products that we can mix together for the overall outcome. And a lot of times, if they don't, especially if they have fine hair, I'll use volumizing products, which are usually, it'll come in a foam or it'll come in a liquid spray. And we also have a root energizer, like a spritzer. You can put that in the roots. I'll do this here. But they can have this color hair here and blonde hair here, which is resistant. So I'll get my cream consistency product and I'll use a serum to mix together, to cocktail, to put on the ends, to control the ends and make the ends smooth. So that'll come in play as you experience different textures of hair. So I use some hydrate cream and some leave-in conditioner for this, and it's pretty much wet. So what you don't want to do for European texture hair is blow dry from dripping wet. You want to get some of the moisture out. Usually it's like to 80% of the moisture is out, which is almost dry, and then you go in and you round brush. However, if the hair is a high lift of color blonde, or if the hair is highly textured or wavy, I like to leave it wet because I want to have my attention and stretch that curl out so it can set that way. Because if I start round brushing, if I start rough drying it, it's going to start drying and shrinking and doing all this stuff, and then it's going to be set in there. So this is what I'm going to do first, because I'm not going to talk anymore. After I do the demo, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to rough dry the mannequin, get a lot of the moisture out. I'm going to part her down into the sections. Pay close attention to the sections, because what's going to happen is the front. One in the center of the mohawk section, one section on the left, one section on the right. Then we have the back. It's very similar to the 9-section part for the permanent wave. So then I'm going to section off 3 in the front, and then I'm going to have 3 sections in the back. One here, and I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to start here, I'm going to go here and section this off, and I'm going to section this off. Then what happens is I'm going to break those sections down. So down here in the nape, it's going to be 2 sections. One here, one here. Then as the head expands out, I'm going to break it down to 3 sections. So it's going to be 2, 1 section here, 2 section here. It's very similar to bricklaying. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Okay, and then I got 1, 2, 3 across the front. You'll see as I break it down. Hopefully I can section it off well, so you'll be able to catch what I'm saying just now. So, with that being said, another thing, your concentrators. You have a larger concentrator, you have a smaller concentrator. Usually, the larger concentrator is also a little wider. The smaller concentrator is a little tighter. The difference is, the smaller one and tighter one, it's more concentrated heat. So usually, what it's designed for is for direct airflow. If the hair is curly and you want to smooth it out, you want to use strong power right here on that section. But it's smaller, so it's going to be a smaller section. But I don't know, for some reason I'm able to use it. A lot of my coworkers, they use the larger one, the wider one, and for that one it doesn't work for me because a lot of times I feel like I'm still working to make the hair smooth. Whereas I'll use a smaller one and I'll just move faster. Okay? So,
could you towel dry? Could you towel dry? Like,
she's already towel dry.
Oh, okay.
And another thing, a lot of people like volume. And most of the time, the volume should start at the parietal ridge. So they'll have volume up here, not a lot of volume right here, down here. So a way that you can naturally enhance volume is to lift the hair. You can finger comb through the hair. You're going to lift the hair up, and you can make this dryer go in a circular motion. And it helps the hair naturally sit up. You can pull it up and just run the heat through it in a circular motion. Okay?
And you will only be doing this with Caucasian type of hair.
I can't hear you.
You only be doing it with straight hair.
No, I do. We have highly textured clients as well. But when I do highly textured clients, sometimes I I won't rough dry it. I'll just go in and I'll start round brushing. Sometimes it's resistant hair. I personally, I don't round brush from start to finish on highly resistant coarse hair. What I do is I'll go in with my small round brush and I'll press the perimeter and I'll press in certain places. Then I'll get my dimming and I'll make sure I'm pressing that, get that root straight. Then I'll go in and I'll use my hot tools or my curling iron or my flat iron and I'll curl it as if I was doing a set. And then I'll take the set, the ribbon curls, and I'll round brush the ribbon curls out. And depending on which brush I want to use, if I want to stretch it out, I'll use a bigger brush. If I want to keep it the same, I'll use a regular brush. Or you can just go in and do your set with tension and put the rollers on it, and then take the rollers out and blow your rollers out. Like